Just talking about this subject gives me the itchies, but we gonna talk about it anyway, so. Hey, what's up guys? My name is Kiya Boy. Welcome back to my channel. Nice to see you all again. Hi. Hello. I know y'all tired of me touching my hair, but it is what it is. I've been doing it since I was a kid. I'm gonna keep touching it as much as I want. It's just a habit. I don't know why. Ever since I was younger, I just had like long hair, so I'm just used to like touching it all the time. I think this is just some habit I just have not grown out of, and I don't think I ever will. So we already know I've been living in Korea for quite a bit of time. Every time I do a video, I'm not gonna keep telling you how long I've been in Korea, but y'all should know at this point. So living in Korea all this time, I don't know what I was expecting as far as like wildlife and insects and all that stuff, but I feel like this particular thing is going to make me get up and leave Korea. Now, I'm assuming that because I live in the city of Seoul, when it comes to any city, there's always gonna be like, you know, a lot of people there, so it's gonna be kind of overpopulated and a little dirty and a lot of bugs and everything else that come with that. And I'm not particularly fond of insects. I don't even have to preach this to black people. Black people, y'all know how we feel about roaches. Oh, even saying the word makes me disgusted. Like even saying the word just makes me itchy. Y'all know how we feel about that. But I'm starting to think that Korea has like some type of problem with roaches. Like as far as Seoul goes. So I can't speak for any other place, but when it comes to Seoul, I feel like people treat it here like it's just completely normal to see roaches from time to time. And I don't think that's okay. That's not okay. So out of the time that I've been living here, I've lived at like several places, so many different places. And I didn't see roaches particularly in those places that I was living at. At least I don't think I did. It could have been, but I just never realized that that's what it was because I'm not used to just seeing roaches up close or living with them because I ain't dirty. And it doesn't matter here, even if like you're not a dirty person, you're just bound to see them once or twice probably in your home at some point. Not to say like, you know, you have some type of infestation or anything like that, but somehow these N-words find a way to get into your home and in your life. Now, I started looking up this stuff because I was just like going kind of psycho here. Like I was going insane because I'm just like, it's just no way Korea, there's just no way. So I looked up this thing in particular and I found that roaches are growing as far as the population when it comes to being in Korea. They're growing in like the numbers. So it's like, it used to be less. I wouldn't say that much less. First of all, when I was looking online, it said like 2 million, 3 million or something like a couple years ago. I want to know who's individually taking these roaches and just counting them. Like that's just freaking weird. That's freaky to know that there's a roach counter and wants to, you know, keep those numbers accurate. I just really want to know like what type of job you'd have to get to do that and how much does it pay? You must be getting paid some big money because I'm not about to sit there and count no freaking roaches. I'm not doing that. So my last place, not the last one that I was living at, but the one before the last one that I was living at, I never encountered a bug. And it was just like a regular day for me living at my old place. Like I never seen any bugs there besides like the occasional little spiders and stuff like that. Like spiders, they creep me out depending on the size. So if they're like this big, yeah, you know I'm going the other way. I'm ready to burn my house down. But when I say it, if there's anything in the world that just like frightens me, it's a freaking roach. Like that thing just scares the F out of me. And even talking about this in this video, I'm so scared. Like I don't even want to see it anywhere in my house or anywhere. Like I'm like fearful of them. Okay. I feel like you speak of the devil, he'll come, that type of stuff, you know? So my last place, I was waking up one morning to get ready to go to work as I usually would. And I remember, you know, just my eyes, you know, when you got that sleepy in your eye, you're not really like awake. So yeah, I was on that. And I was on my way to the bathroom and I walked in the bathroom, turned on the light. And as I opened the door, there's just like this black freaking thing on the floor in some kind of corner. Not even in the corner. It was actually near the toilet, like just on the floor. And I could just see the antenna. I don't even want to, ooh, y'all, I'm just reliving it, just make me itchy. And I could just see like the little antennas. First of all, those are the things that freak me the F out. I don't understand. I don't know why they creep me out, but why do they exist? So I see this little mass, this little small mass. And it wasn't that small, but it was a mass. And I'm staring at it because I'm like trying to fix my eyes like, is it a bug or did I just leave an eyelash on the floor? Because you know if you wear eyelashes, that sometimes happens. So I immediately thought that until my eyes focused, fixed, and saw this thing. And when it comes to bugs, I know Black people don't play that, but me in particularly, I don't play that. So the reasonable response and reaction that I had was I gently shut the door, didn't scream. I didn't want to scare it or to make it, feel some type of energy. And I told Mr. Bug, I said, this is your house now. You don't pay rent, you ain't got to. You can have this place. I'm done. I literally packed a book bag within 10 seconds and I left my house. I went to work and was just like freaking out. And I have like major anxiety, like severe anxiety disorder. So I'm pretty sure it's just gotten worse over the years. But at that time, I was freaking out. I couldn't focus at work. I was literally like picking at my like skin because I do that, which is very disgusting. Like, you know how people have their nail biting habits? I pick at like my skin until it bleeds. Oh my God, I don't even know why I'm telling y'all this. But I did that, and after work, with my packed book bag, I went straight to a coffee shop and cried for hours. I couldn't even go back home because I was so fearful. So freaking fearful. My God, I couldn't do it. I called my mom and I'm like screaming on the phone like, why is the bug? But to be honest, I feel like I kind of had some PST going on there because when I was younger, my mom did a similar thing when she saw a roach for the first time ever in any house that we ever lived at. And my mom went hysterical, took us all in the car, packed some clothes, was just driving around wherever she was in circles or whatever. We fell asleep. We didn't go back home for hours. She's on the phone with her mom, my grandmother, crying about that. So pretty sure that's where I got it from. So yeah, I waited in a coffee shop for hours. And at that time, my boyfriend, was just kind of like, why are you freaking out about a roach? I called and was just like, he was nice enough to come to my house and I asked him to look for it. He couldn't find it. And that wasn't okay. I didn't find that okay. I couldn't rest, couldn't sleep. I was looking up Airbnbs, hotels, all this other stuff. I asked him if he could stay over just because I can't. I couldn't defend myself against him. Like, you would have thought that this bug had some type of sword and a flamethrower, and that's what it felt like to me. Like, it's a psychological thing for me. Like, they mentally incapacitate me. So he stayed, and again, I couldn't even let him like leave the house. I wouldn't go in the bathroom to even use the bathroom. I would go to a coffee shop or go somewhere just to freaking use the bathroom because that's how scared I was. And that lingered on for a couple of days. We thought it just probably left, but part of me was just really not too confident about that. So one day, of course, within that same day that I was kind of freaking out, I went to the nearest store that I could find, bought an artillery of weapons to use against this critter, and placed them everywhere in my house with his help. Even got I got some poison, like powder, I got traps, I got sprays. When I tell y'all I wiped this junk down from top to bottom, I'm a very clean person. So this is nothing new to me, but to see something like that and how clean I am, that ain't sit right with me. I felt like that little thing was, disrespecting to me. So my BF goes somewhere. I think he went off to school at that time and I was by myself at the house. Finally built up the courage after weeks. Went to the bathroom. Little critter was in the corner of the trap. Like, cause I used to, keep a bathroom trash in there. He was in the corner right behind it and set me off again. I don't think I've ever psychologically recovered from that. He was dead, of course, but I don't care if they dead, alive. I don't want to see them. In Korea, I feel like it's so hard for me to escape seeing these bugs. And of course, people are probably like, come on, Kiya, like you exaggerating, you're doing too much. But I'm a very clean person. I don't want to see no freaking bugs. That's nasty. That's nasty. I don't care what way y'all spend that. If you want to live with bugs, you want to have them as your family, adopt them into your family tree, you can do that. I don't want no parts. I don't want to see them. I don't want to exist around them. I don't want them to exist around me. Them little things have survived the ice age, freaking can survive a nuclear war. Bro, I mean, they survived like just the harshest conditions and I am not okay with that. It was dramatic. Yeah, I get it, but it is what it is. And now I'm at my new place, which it's not my new place anymore because I've been here for longer than like 6 months. But I don't know. I was gonna do a room tour and all this other stuff, but I'm still like, I gotta go to like some type of therapy to get over this fear I have of these bugs. It's just utter ridiculous how clean I keep my house and my surroundings and stuff like that. And I can still come across one of these little things. Yeah, this was last week. I had just gotten off of work and I was getting ready to cook something. Look at me looking at like my stove and everything. I was getting ready to cook something and I went in the pantry to grab some seasonings and everything is tight lid, closed. Everything is pretty, well put away and stuff like that. Like there's nothing open, nothing out. And as I move one of these seasonings, I see a little mass like just run across. It wasn't like super fast, but it just was like that. And I pretty much, I was done. I looked up hotels and everything. I was like, I can't do it. But then I'm scared too, because if you go in a hotel, they be having roach spray and raid and stuff in there. And I don't like that. I don't like that. Why is it so many freaking roaches here in Korea? So immediately, knowing that I had to work the next day and I hadn't eaten in almost 12 hours. Yeah, I lost my appetite immediately. Like, I have frozen chicken defrosting in the microwave. When I tell you, I left that microwave alone. I left the stove alone. I sat on my bed and just watched the pantry. Just watched it for hours until 4 a.m. until I could finally fall asleep with all the lights on. And let's just say it was a very unpleasant experience. And the chicken went bad in the microwave just like that quick. And it smelled like a dead body in here because the chicken had rotten. Anyways, I went to work the next day on some psychopathic S-word. And when things like this happen, that's all I can think about. It's the only thing I can focus on, and it's really freaking annoying. And that was pretty much the end of that. Although, not gonna lie, same day, of course, you know, after work, went, got the artillery, and put everything where I needed to put it. The little thing dead, gone. That's all that matters. But I don't know, y'all. Like, I'm just feeling like my days on this earth is real numbered, because I just don't want to come across one and just have a panic attack or anything like that. They are so disgusting. They're beneath me, and I don't mean literally, because God, but literally I can't function. But it's so many in Korea, and I just want to know if other people are having similar experiences. You know, if you live here, which I've heard a lot of people have similar experiences, but it's crazy how much of these things exist here. And in Michigan, I'm not saying like we didn't, you know, Michigan don't have that, but I ain't seen it in my house ever, except that one time that when my mama went kind of nuts and we had to bomb the whole house and all that. But I'm not used to this environment where I'm seeing like this particular bug. I've seen people posting like the Facebook groups of the spiders being like this big, and I ain't with that. So I got really paranoid for a while after seeing that, and would not leave my lights off unless I was going to bed really late. So yeah, super tripping about that. Kind of wish I could have a cat so it can take care of all that, but then I know cats are kind of annoying too, to where they'll bring this stuff back because they think they need to feed you, and I don't want to have to fight my cat, you know? So that's one. I wish my turtle was big enough to eat all these things and just crawl around the floor and just take care of it, but I don't trust him because he be trying to escape, and I don't like that. I don't like that fake love he be showing me. So yes, this is a reoccurring problem here in Korea, and it just seems like it doesn't matter how well I clean my houses, they sometimes come back. Of course, last house, I kept it so clean and put down so many things that I didn't see anything like that for that entire time that I was living there after that. But just still, it's just like, I can't deal with it. I really can't. So that's it for this somewhat of a story time, I guess, but this was more of stories in a story time and me talking about this particular thing. But I hate these bugs, and I just really hope that we can find a way to eradicate them from the earth without disrupting the food chain. So yeah, that's pretty much it for my video today. Thanks guys so much for watching. I really appreciate y'all tuning into this little rant and story time combined together. So if you guys like this video, don't forget to like, comment down below, tell me your thoughts. I'm so glad I didn't include any of these critters in my, you know, video and stuff, because it's not for the faint of heart, and I'm definitely the faint of heart. So I don't wanna, like, I'm not about to look up pictures. I can't even see pictures of them without like freaking out and ready to throw up. So that's that, but I hope like some of y'all can relate to me, because I really don't wanna sound like I'm crazy, but I know some of y'all can just relate. I just know it. And don't forget to subscribe. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please push that subscribe button right now. I know I said that so fast, I don't even know if I said it correctly, but it doesn't matter. Don't forget to push the bell also, so you can get notifications from me when I update and all this other stuff. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram. Instagram is the best way to connect with me, catch up with me, look at my life, do all that stuff, yada, yada, yada. Facebook, Twitter, you know what to do. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.